So, with the Affordable Care Act behind us, the president would like to begin a serious discussion about immigration reform. Now, obviously, we've had some setbacks in both the House and the Senate, so strategy has become paramount. Unity as well. So we would like to really start talking about...
Excuse me, Mr. McDonough, I would like to discuss the report on the CIA and the White House's position.
That's not the topic of this particular caucus. The president would like to discuss...
Our country did things the Nazis did. Things that made us condemn other regimes, and the position of this administration is to suppress this information to keep the people who did these things safe.
I can assure you that is not the position of this administration, Senator.
You worked with John Brennan at the National Security Council. Now, I understand that Brennan gave this president his first security briefing when he took office. And now CIA Director Brennan is working closely with the president on the drone program.
You know, it's funny, every time I go over to the CIA, they claim I'm doing the Senate's bidding, and every time I come here, you claim I'm doing the CIA's bidding.
I only have a few days left in my term here, and if there isn't a plan to release a report before I go, I'm prepared to read it on the floor of the Senate.
And either the White House or the Republicans will have to stop me.
What would you have us do? Now, we go after Bush and Cheney on this. What's to prevent the Republicans from coming back at us and trying to repeal health care? We go after the CIA, maybe they say, okay, well, immigration reform is off the table. Maybe it's gun control. Now, democracy is messy. But let's just think how many countries there are in the world where a report like this could even get done.
I would like us to be more than the country that did the report. I'd like us to be the country that made it public. And that is what I intend to see happen.
I yield the floor to the senior senator from California.
Over the past 6 years, a small team of investigators pored over more than 6.3 million pages of CIA records to complete this report. It shows that the CIA's actions a decade ago are a stain on our values and on our history. The release of this 500-page summary cannot remove that stain, but it can and does say to our people and the world that America is big enough to admit when it's wrong and confident enough to learn from its mistakes. Releasing this report is an important step toward restoring our values and showing the world that we are, in fact, a just and lawful society. There are those who will seize upon the report and say, see what the Americans did. And they will try to use it to justify evil actions or to incite more violence. We cannot prevent that. But history will judge us by our commitment to a just society governed by law and the willingness to face an ugly truth and say, never again. Thank you. I now yield the floor to the senator from Arizona.
What might come as a surprise is how little these practices did to aid our efforts to bring 9/11 culprits to justice and to find and prevent terrorist attacks today and tomorrow. That could be a real surprise, since it contradicts the many assurances provided by intelligence officials on the record and in private that enhanced interrogation techniques were indispensable in the war against terrorism. I think it's an insult to the many intelligence officers who have acquired good intelligence without hurting or degrading prisoners to assert we can't win this war without such methods. Yes, we can, and we will. But in the end, torture's failure to serve its intended purpose isn't the main reason to oppose its use. This question isn't about our enemies. It's about us. It's about who we were, who we are, and who we aspire to be. It's about how we represent ourselves to the world. Our enemies act without conscience. We must not.